Good morning and welcome to News Breakfast. It's Monday. It's great to have your company. I'm Michael Rowland.
And I'm Virginia Trioli. Glad you could join us. Making news today. All crew and passengers on board Malaysia Air Flight 370 are now suspects as more countries join the search.
The number of countries involved in the search and rescue operation has increased from 14 to 25.
Crimea votes overwhelmingly to leave Ukraine and join Russia.
A royal commission into the controversial Pink Bat scheme begins hearing evidence in Brisbane today.
Leading sport this morning, drama in Formula One. Second place getter Aussie Daniel Ricciardo is disqualified for using too much fuel.
And wild storms in New South Wales yesterday left around 32,000 people without power around England.
In an unprecedented show of international will, the number of countries searching for the missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 has now almost doubled to 25. And the search area has been expanded further north and further south, closer to Australia. 2 RAF Orion aircraft have been redirected to scour parts of the Indian Ocean.
9 days after the plane disappeared, everyone on board is now being treated as a suspect. Investigators are checking their backgrounds after confirming the plane's tracking equipment had been deliberately disabled.
Let's take a look now at the front pages of the Monday newspapers, starting with The Guardian Australia. And the website focuses on the missing Malaysian Airlines plane. It says the person who delivered the all right good night message knew the system had been shut down.
Tasmania's Premier-elect Will Hodgman is getting down to business after the weekend's election. The Mercury says the Liberal leader will launch his first 100 days implementation plan this week.
South Australia's new political kingmakers are pictured on the front page of The Advertiser. Independents Jeff Brock and Bob Such have yet to decide which party takes power in what looks like a hung parliament. Yep, another one. It was following Saturday's surprise election result.
The Australian says federal Labor leader Bill Shorten's facing new calls for party reform after the state elections. Mr Shorten has conceded that Labor has a long road back.
The Age has more details of that Nielsen poll showing the Abbott government is maintaining a narrow lead over Labor despite a spate of high-profile job losses.
The Financial Review says the poll shows the government's hardline stance appears to be winning support.
The tax office has been accused of mishandling the voluntary redundancies and redeployment of as many as 200 staff at the valuation office. The Canberra Times has that story.
The Courier Mail speaks to the mother of a young girl who was allegedly abused by Brett Cowan before he murdered Sunshine Coast boy Daniel Morecambe. The mother says the incident happened 13 years ago when her daughter was 3. But when she called Lifeline for help, she was discouraged from making an official report.
Neighbours tell the Daily Telegraph of hearing screams just moments before a mother and her baby son fell from a balcony on the Central Coast. The baby boy died in hospital. The mother suffered serious injuries.
The Sydney Morning Herald says heavy trucks can expect to be fined if they travel on certain roads under new being developed by the New South Wales government. The fines will come into force with the opening of a new motorway tunnel designed to take 5,000 trucks a day off the road.
The Northern Territory News has all the action from the Tiwi Islands Aussie Rules Grand Final, where the Buffaloes defeated the Mullawuri Magpies.
From joy to agony, Daniel Ricciardo's Grand Prix disqualification is writ large on the front page of the West Australian.
The Herald Sun calls it a grand farce. His Red Bull team have vowed to appeal the decision to strip him of second-place result over a breach of fuel rules. Now, this is a really curious story. That Herald Sun that you're seeing there is a later edition. The earlier editions carry what everyone went to bed knowing.
A very happy Daniel Ricciardo.
Yes, which was actually on the podium, second-place finish. And as you saw earlier, the West Australian, suits their timing, managed to get that shot. And there you see the absolutely despairing news.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Irish.
Irish who?
I wish you a happy St Patrick's Day. And happy St Patrick's Day to all of you out there too.
That one.
Yes, it's the day of the year where we dress in green.
I love a good knock-knock joke. Good on you.
I've got a few more.
Excellent.
Dress in green and drink a certain brand of beer, all in the name of celebrating good St Patrick from Ireland. And we got a very, very special guest, Virginia.
Oh, it's a green latte.
Yum. Actually, we might get one of
it's
those
too early
today.
in the morning for
Our
that.
cafe
Oh,
probably
stop
does
it.
that. We'll be joined by the Agriculture Minister. It's coffee. It's just tinged a bit green. That's fine.
Okey-dokey.
It's like drinking green beer. Just tastes exactly
Now,
the
look,
same.
I don't want to come off all anti-St Patrick's Day, but What the hell? Here goes.
Australian dollars buying 90 US cents. It's also picking up 65 euro cents and 54 pence sterling.
Got a bit of thick cloud up over the north this morning. This is associated with ex-tropical cyclone Gillian. Still generating showers and storms, but most of that is happening offshore. And the tracking maps for the next couple of days indicate it won't redevelop into a cyclone as it continues to track northwest. The associated trough is also weakening as it moves further north. Today and tomorrow, weak cold fronts are crossing the southern parts of Victoria and Tasmania. It will be followed by a high pressure system, and this is due to reach the Tasman Sea on Thursday, allowing a cold front to approach western Tasmania. Another trough from the Northern Territory over towards the northeastern parts of New South Wales is not only producing very warm weather, but also the risk of the odd thunderstorm. In Queensland, isolated showers and thunderstorms about the northwest and southeast corners today. Light showers along the northeast tropical coast, otherwise a mostly sunny day. And as we can see over the interior, very hot, 39 degrees Mount Isa and a top of 40. In New South Wales, after a stormy day yesterday, still a bit of instability up in the northeast. Otherwise, the high pressure system will bring more stable weather to the rest of the state. But this is also interacting with a low that's down near New Zealand and was a former cyclone. Dangerous surf conditions with a swell of up to 2 metres along the whole coast today. In Victoria, although it will be mostly fine over East Gippsland, we are expecting more showers across the rest of the southern and mountain areas this afternoon. Fresh west to northwesterly winds tending southwesterly in the south, top of 23 degrees in Melbourne, and showers across Tasmania more widespread in the north and west, fresh and gusty northwesterly, shifting westerly during the day, and 21 degrees in Hobart. South Australia, isolated showers over the agricultural area. They should clear around midday. Fresh southwest to northwesterly winds in the south, southeast to northeasterlies in the north, and 20 degrees in Adelaide. Western Australia, afternoon showers and thunderstorms for the southeast coast. Otherwise, mostly sunny, 28 degrees in Perth. And up to the north, showers and thunderstorms from the Gascoyne to parts of the Kimberley and just about the top end coast. It will be fine for Alice Springs, sunny, 36 degrees. And tomorrow, shower or two in Brisbane and Adelaide, mostly sunny in Canberra with a top of 26 degrees and a sunny day in Perth, heading for 30.